A $313 ticket and an unrelenting walker could help decide the public's access to Lake Michigan's shoreline.
We first scratched the surface of this story on Tuesday night. Sam Kramer is back with a look at the case the defendant hopes he loses and why.
Even when it's covered in snow, footsteps show the value of Atwater Beach in Shorewood.
It's just a really nice place to walk all through the year.
It's a spot Paul Florsheim has walked on and off for about 50 years until this summer when he came across a man who owns property along Lake Drive, Dan Damagala.
And he kind of waved his arms and said, you can't walk here. He said, you know, did you see the sign? And I said, yeah, I saw the sign. And he said, and I said, and then I ignored the sign.
Damagala then called police to report trespassing. To be clear, Florsheim admits to walking past the signs posted on both ends of the beach that read no trespassing. Shorewood police first gave him a warning. Damagala then gave us this video from a surveillance camera showing Florsheim again past those no trespassing signs later in July. Then Florsheim heard from police again.
They identified me and said, you know, we have a photo of you, and they showed it to me, and I said, yeah, that's me. And then I received a ticket.
How much was it?
$313.
That brings us to the municipal courtroom at Shorewood's Village Hall.
This is the case of the Village of Shorewood versus Paul W. Florsheim.
Florsheim defended himself in court Tuesday night. The judge only allowed us to take photos and record audio of the 4-hour trial on short notice. Damagala was the village's first witness.
What led you to call the police?
Just angry, unfriendly manner. This is a Tuesday morning. I would expect maybe, hello, my name is...
The village argues a 1923 Wisconsin Supreme Court opinion proves Florsheim was trespassing. In Dommel versus Jantz, the court found, quote, whether the title to the shore between ordinary high and low water marks be deemed in the public or whether it rests in private ownership, the rights of the riparian owner are equally well fixed and established. That's a 1900s way to say Damagala owns the land between the water line and what's known as the ordinary high water mark. It's a boundary line that's left by the water. The opinion also holds the public has the right to access that spot when the water is high. David Striffling is director of the Marquette Law School's Water Law and Policy Initiative.
This is a point where public and private interests collide, and you can understand why if you spent a lot of money on a piece of waterfront property, you'd want that beach for your own use.
Though he wasn't walking in the water, Florsheim argues he wasn't trespassing. He says he was navigating a public waterway by walking the beach. He points to a law within our state constitution, the public trust doctrine. It requires so-called navigable waters be forever free, including the land beneath waterways. It's now up for the judge to decide.
I feel that it's really important for people to stand up for what their rights are and not, you know, give an inch on efforts to curtail those rights.
In Shorewood, Sam Kramer, FOX 6 News.
Interesting. And the judge gave the village and Florsheim until the end of next week to file briefs on why she should include walking as an example of water navigation. She said her plan is to issue a written decision before the end of the year. Florsheim says he's already had environmental attorneys reach out to him wanting to represent him should he lose. He tells Fox 6 he hopes to appeal it all the way to the state Supreme Court, depending, of course, what happens in his case. That's before the judge.